I'm Anil Kumar. We are exploring angles in parallel lines, and we'll also connect algebraic expressions to the geometry. We need to write an equation and solve for the unknown. So this is what we are going to do in this particular video. We are given two parallel lines which are shown in blue, a transverse line shown in green. We are given that these two angles are 2x plus 30 degrees and 4x minus 60 degrees. We need to find the value of all these angles, A, B, and C, and also the value of x. Now 2x plus 30 degrees angle with 4x minus 60 degrees. How are they related? This is what you need to figure out, right? So what do they form? As you know, this and that becomes alternate angles, and this angle basically forms a linear pair. Now from this diagram you can see that B is the corresponding angle to 4x minus 60. So B is equals to 4x minus 60 degrees because these are corresponding angles. Okay. Now, B plus 2x plus 30 should be 180 degrees, correct? So we know B plus 2x plus 30 degrees should be equals to 180 degrees because that is a linear pair, right? This is a linear pair. But since we know that B is 4x minus 60, we can replace B by 4x minus 60. So we get 4x minus 60 degrees plus 2x plus 30 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Now we have a linear equation in x. 4x plus 2x is 6x. Minus 60 plus 30 is minus 30 degrees. That is equals to 180 degrees. 6x is equals to 180 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is, so you have 0, 0, 8 plus 3, 11, 1, and 210, right, is 6x. So x is equals to 210 divided by 6. So 210 divided by 6 will give you 6 times 3 is 18, and then 30, that means 5. So we get x as equals to, this is in degrees, right, 35 degrees. So the value of x is 35 degrees. That will help us to find all the unknown angles. So let's begin by finding angle B itself. So B, or we can say, what is 2x plus 30? So 2x plus 30 degrees will replace x with 35. We have 2 times 35 in degrees plus 30 degrees, that is 70 plus 30, which is 100 degrees. So we can write 2x plus 30 degrees as 100 degrees. Once we know that this is 100 degrees, we can write all other angles, correct? So instead of replacing x and calculating, which you can always do to verify, but once we get one of these angles, we can get all the other angles. We can say, what is B equals to? So B is equals to 180 degrees minus 100, which is 80 degrees. C is equals to B, and therefore that is also equals to 80 degrees. As far as A is, 4x minus C is also equals to 4x minus 60 degrees. Let us substitute 35 and find the result. 4 times 35 minus 60, right? So 4 times 35, which means 140, correct? Let's do by calculator. 4 times 35 minus 60 equals to 80, right? So we get the same result as expected. So B and C are equal, and C and this angle is equal, right? These are alternate angles. Those were opposite angles. Now A is equal to 180 minus this, or we can also write A is the corresponding angle to, let's write down. So A is equals to 180 degrees minus 4x minus 3, which is 80, and that is 100 degrees, right? So that is how we can write A, or we can say A and this are alternate angles. They should be 100 each. So let me write down the angles now here. We have this as 100 degrees, so that will also be 100 degrees. This will be 80 degrees. This is 80 degrees. And that one, when you calculate, will be 80 degrees. These are the corresponding angles. Anyway, in this video you have learned different ways in which we can relate the angles and find their values. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.